The absence of intermediate from fossils between the fish and the amphibians is the effect of evolutionists. Also admit to today, however, until 70 years ago, it was accepted that a fossil fish called the coelacanth was outright intermediate form. Evolutionists translational form with a primitive lung, a developed brain, a digestive and a circulatory system ready to function on land, and even a primitive walking mechanism. These evolutionary interpretations were accepted and undisputed truth in the scientific circles until the end of the 1930s. However, on December 22, 1938, a very interesting discovery was made in the Indian Ocean. A living member of a coelacanth family previously presented the transitional form that had become the extinct 70 million years ago was caught. The discovery of a living prototype was coelacanth undoubtedly gave evolutionists a severe shock. The evolutionist J.L.B. Smith said that he could not have been more surprised if he had come across a living dinosaur. In the following years, more than 200 coelacanths were caught in the different parts of the world. Living coelacanths revealed how far evolutionists could go in making up their imaginary scenarios. Contrary to claim, the coelacanth had neither the primitive lung nor a brain. The organ evolutionist researchers claimed to be primitive lung turned out imaginary drawings and a real coelacanth until a living species of it was found. Evolutionists presented the coelacanth as the ancestor of all land animals. Drawings such as above were presented as effect took their place in the textbooks. When a living example of fish was caught, all these evolutionist allegations were debunked. Evolutionist premises and facts. Before a living example of it was caught, evolutionists believed that the coelacanth had organs which were half fin and half foot that enabled it to creep on land. When the living coelacanth was examined, it was understood that the fins of the fish has no additional function. Evolutionists had claimed that the fish had the primitive lung, however, the organ that was supposed to be primitive lung turned out to be a lipid pouch. It was asserted that the brain structure of the coelacanth also resembled that the land animals, however, it was revealed that its brain was no different from that of modern fish to be nothing but a lipid pouch. Furthermore, the coelacanth which were introduced as a reptile candidate getting prepared to pass to the sea to the land was in the reality fish that lived in the depths of the ocean and always stayed more than 180 meters below the surface. The difference between fins and fate. The reason why evolutionists imagine the coelacanth and the similar fish to be ancestors of the land animals is that these fish have bony fins. They suppose these fins turned into the legs over time. However, there is a basic difference between the bones of these fish and the legs of the land-dwelling animals. The bones of the fish are attached to the column of the animal. We see the picture in the above. In the dwelling, however, the bones are directly fastened to the vertebral column we see in the picture below. Therefore, the claim that the fins gradually turned into the legs completely groundless. Reptiles. The theory of evolution is unable to account for the origin of the reptiles. The members of the specific class have appeared distinctly without undergoing an evolutionary process. The psychological features of the reptiles are widely different from those of their alleged ancestors, the amphibians. Dinosaurs, lizards, turtles, crocodiles, all of these species belong to the living class called reptiles. Some reptiles, such as dinosaurs, are reptiles with particular features such as their bodies covered by plate-like structures called scales. They are cold-blooded, which means that they cannot generate their own body. That is why they need direct sunlight to warm up their bodies. They give birth to their young by laying eggs. Evolutionists cannot explain how reptiles came into being. The conventional evolutionist allegations on this issue is the reptile evolved from the amphibians. However, there is not a single scrap of evidence to prove this. On the contrary of examination of amphibians, reptiles, and that of the half reptile and half amphibian has no chance of survival. Accordingly, such a creature does not exist in our record. Renowned evolutionist Lewis L. Carroll admits the fact in the article titled The Problem of the Origin of Reptiles. Unfortunately, not a single species of appropriate reptilian ancestor is known prior to the appearance of the two reptiles.